Hi everyone, this is part 3 of the Island Adventure series in the River Medway. As I've wandered around the outskirts of this island, I can sense a real presence of people from the past. There was clearly so much activity here at one time. Now everything lies abandoned. There's evidence everywhere of everyday lives, pipes, bottles, buttons, broken wrecks of boats, and the fort also exudes a really powerful presence over the surrounding island. What I particularly love is finding objects that you can link to people's lives, and on this occasion we are able to get a glimpse into the lives of two people who may have once lived for a while in the fort and on the island, and indeed might have even smoked some of the pipes we found or drunk from some of the bottles we found. So come along and let's see what we're going to discover today, and thank you for watching.
Seen the end of bottles sticking out here. Let's see if there's anything interesting to be revealed. Oh, well, it's cold. Oh, it does say something on it, I think. Or does it? Yes, it does. It has got on it, oh, Eiffel Tower lemonade. Eiffel Tower lemonade. I tell you what, I could do some Eiffel Tower lemonade right now. I think it says something on the inside. Oh, nice. Foster Clark Maidstone. Oh, what a beautiful bottle. Down there, behind that stone, is a beautiful fragment of pottery. Here we are. And it's got on it Metropolitan Police Chatham. It seems like the military and the police and everyone used to come on over to Who Island and break all their plates. And there's just another bit here with WO on it. I'm not sure if that stands for War Office. It could be, it might not be. Okay, so David's just having a very good day here, and he has found another piece of metal with some writing on. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. What does it say? I can't quite make it out there. I'll pick it up and we can have a look. Put it in view of the camera. Can you see what it says?
Is it an apple? Oh.
Okay, we're going to have a look and then we'll be back.
Yeah.
David's also just found another pipe bowl, and this one looks like it has a harp on it. And yeah, something else there to give it a little clean off. Just seen this bottle here completely covered with mud, and just run my lucky trowel over it so I can tell there's some writing on it. I'm going to have a look and see what it is, and it looks as if it's whole as well. It is whole. I'm going to take it back to the shore, wash it off and see what's on it. Okay, so I've washed this bottle off, and it's going to take a bit of cleaning, mind you, but it's very nice. It's got white on it, so it's my very own personal bottle. So I'm guessing it's our whites. There we are, white. It's my bottle. It's a nice bit of pipe stem down here. I'm going to see what it says on it. Look. Oh, something minerals. And what does it say on the other side? Drink only Dove 8. Something like that. Oh, how interesting. Some kind of advertisement by the looks of it. Phillips Minerals. We'll look into that later. What have you got there, David?
Something else with writing on it.
Oh my goodness.
Brass plaque.
Oh,
Something or other on it, and I can't see what it says.
Yeah, oh, so there is. That is nice, okay.
Looks like someone's name badge they put on their
Okay, well, we'll wash it.
footlocker.
Let's wash it off later and have a look. I've got a toothbrush in my bag. That's nice too. What's that?
Harleen hair.
Harleen hair.
It must be some sort of hairdressing from the olden days.
Maybe it's Hartley's cousin. Now I found something with writing on it, and it's a big plaque, so let's see.
Oh.
Yeah, it's really big. Loader, it says. It says Loader on it.
Wow, that must be from the artillery that was out here.
Let's have a look. On the other side, there's nothing on the other side, but... Yeah, look at that, Loader.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Loader. Down here there's what looks like a really nice large piece of pot, Roman pot, with a strange worm in it. But that's definitely Roman pottery. Once a Roman bowl. I wonder who ate their oats and Roman porridge out of that. It's fascinating. Another beautiful piece there. It's just amazing to think that a Roman made that. That just, yeah, that blows my mind. Just look at that swirly bit down there. I'll have a closer look later. So have you been able to find out what's on that piece of metal there? Is it a name?
I think so. It looks like it's from, I think it's from a locker. I think that's J.A. Crellin.
J.A. Crell.
C-R-E-L-L. Can't work out what that is. Is that D at the end? It's an unusual surname, I've not heard of it. J.A.
Wow, that's really cool, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a footlocker. Sort of look that you'd have on your footlocker. After, yeah, we'll give it a good clean up. That'd be pretty.
So David's just found a bottle top. What does it say on it?
Budden and Biggs Limited of Strood.
Ooh.
Which I've not come across before.
Is it Budden? Oh yeah, Budden and Biggs Limited. Strood. Vulcanite bottle stopper. A good larking session would not be complete without a vulcanite bottle stopper. I've just seen this bottleneck here with a stopper in it. Looks like a milk stopper or something. I'm just going to see what it's got on it. Oh, the bottle's going to completely fall apart. It's very cracked. But where is the stopper from? Oh, well, it's from Rochester, which makes sense because we're quite close to Rochester here. Over there, I can see a flare. I know it's a flare because I found one of those here before. It's a para-red rocket. Long-range red parachute distress signal for day or night use. Oh well, if we get stranded on the island, we will be able to use it. This is like a real ship graveyard here, and years ago David painted this boat and now it's collapsed even more. I'm going to show you the painting later. It's pretty amazing actually. Look at that, it's changed since you painted it.
The funnel was upright. Really?
Wow, look at that. I love all those rusty colours and all the mildew. It's like a large beached whale, isn't it?
Like a decomposing animal.
We found some really interesting objects on the island this time round, including this beautiful Roman pottery, some stunning bottles, one of which has white down the side, some more naval and military pottery, and various bits of metal. But for this particular roundup, I wanted to concentrate on the two pieces of metal with names on: H. Loader and J.A. Crellin. I've had some help researching these names, and there are a few J. Crellins and there are a few H. Loaders as well. But looking at all the information and tying them up with other things that I found on the island, for example this piece of HMS Pembroke pottery which I found on a previous trip, and this 1917 coin which I found very, very close to J.A. Crellin's tag, I believe that this tag could possibly have come from James Albert Crellin, who joined the Navy in 1909 and who was born in Lambeth in October 1891. James Albert Crellin joined the Navy in 1909, aged 18, and looking at his records, he is described as 5'4", with a 33.5-inch chest, brown hair, blue eyes and a fresh complexion. The first ship he spent time on was HMS Ganges, a training ship, and the last one was the Royal Oak. As well as the Royal Oak, during World War I he spent time on the HMS Prince Eugene, HMS Courageous, HMS Wolfe, HMS Crawford, but he also spent a lot of time in between at HMS Pembroke, which was the Royal Naval Barracks at Chatham in Kent, next to Chatham Dockyard. HMS Pembroke is where accommodation and training facilities were provided to men who were waiting to be appointed to ships. On a previous visit to Hoo Island, I found this fragment of pottery from HMS Pembroke. Interestingly, between February 1915 and 1920, James seems to have been in detention and in the cells a few times for absence. There were Royal Naval Detention Quarters at HMS Pembroke in Chatham. And so could these sporadic visits to HMS Pembroke been for when he was serving his detention there? And could, during that time, could he have been sent out to Hoo Island? James Albert Crellin died at the age of 70 in 1961. And he was entitled to the British War Medal for service in World War I and also the Inter-Allied Victory Medal. And now we're going to have a look at this piece of metal with H. Loader stamped into it. Initially I had thought it was just Loader, but then the H became apparent. And it wasn't until I started researching H. Loader very recently that there also is a link between the button which we found on the same trip from the Royal Engineers. Harry John Loder was born in 1888 in London, and when World War I started, he was 26 years old and an engine driver. In January 1915, when he was 27, he signed up for the Royal Engineers. Unlike most corps and regiments in which the upper age limit was 25, men could enlist in the Royal Engineers up to 30 years of age. During World War I, there was a training depot for the Royal Engineers in Chatham, and as you will see, the documents and letters here come from the Royal Engineers Record Office in Chatham. Sapper Harry John Loder's number was 65508, and he was part of the 106th Company of the Royal Engineers, which formed part of the 25th Division. In the description on his enlistment papers, Harry's distinguishing features are described as a large mole on his chest and hammer toe on each foot. He was 5 foot 7 inches tall. Some of the battles he could have been in are the Somme, Bazentin, Pozières, Ancre Heights, and Messines in June 1917. In May 1916, he was wounded in action and suffered shell shock, and there is a letter from his father dated June 1916 asking the authorities about this. It reads, "Yesterday I received a report from Chatham saying that my son was ill, suffering from shell shock, and having received a letter from him this morning saying that he is quite all right and in the best of health, I should feel greatly obliged if you will inquire if there is a mistake. Trusting you will favour me with a reply, sincerely yours, J.J. Loder." And then the office duly acknowledged his letter with a reply saying that the report was indeed correct, but that Harry had been discharged from hospital in May 1916 and was back in action. Sadly, just over 1 year later, on 20th of June 1917, Harry was killed in action in Belgium. When Harry's wife Sarah heard that he'd been killed, and they'd only been married just over 2 years, the family said it broke her heart. She died before the war finished in October 1918, aged 34, in St Mary's Hospital, Paddington. Harry was posthumously awarded the 1914 British War Medal and Star and the Victory Medal, and he's commemorated on the Menin Gate Memorial, Ypres. On his records, it says that he served 2 years and 145 days in the Royal Engineers. It is, of course, possible that this is not the H. Loder referred to on the plaque, or the J. A. Crellin referred to on the little piece of metal. However, it's a good opportunity to remember the both of them. So, Harry John Loder, James Albert Crellin, we see you, we remember you, we won't forget you, and we remember the countless others who fought and died during the Great War. May you rest in peace.